It's the Paris Chong
Out of all, because you
Show.
have so many movies you've worked on. So do you have something coming up?
Not until the contracts, not until some changes or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, the
why is there
phones
still
ring.
some
There's
weird stuff?
calls for stuff, but it depends on, where it is. It's now it's based on location driven because just
Yeah,
by the
everything's
reason
changed.
of the business
Everything's
model
changed.
and finances are
Yeah.
changing.
Yeah. So what of all the types of movies that you work on? Because you work on like some serious movies, some fire, dramas and comedies. Like, what's the best? What's the most fun?
Well, comedies.
Well, the
would be
comedies.
fun.
I mean, Meet the Fockers must have been hilarious. They were so
Well, Meet
funny.
the Parents,
Meet the
because-
Parents. Oh no, but Meet the Parents. But
Right.
then it went on to the other ones, right?
Right, but whenever you do the first ones, those are the most
They're
fun.
the best. Oh,
Well, like I did the first Bill and Ted's Adventure. Did you ever see that?
yes, of course I did. Used to have a
Okay,
crush on
you
Keanu
can't
Reeves.
you can't deny that.
That
And
was funny.
Well, here's a good one. I did the first Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh gosh.
Okay, was
Yeah.
that not hysterical? I'm in it.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm in a lot of these. I'm in about 24 movies.
Oh well, we have to do another show about that.
Oh,
The movies of Phil Caruso.
Ron put me. He asked me to be in Backdraft. I was going to be this photographer that shoots a Life magazine cover and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then by the time they were going to shoot my scene, it was the very last of the movie, and I had to leave Backdraft with a week to go or a few days to go do Cape Fear.
Right.
And I was so, brokenhearted. And I said, I'm not going to be in the movie. And Ron goes, oh, that's okay. He says, don't worry. He says, I'll find something, another one. So he put me in Far and Away as a photographer
That's
from the 1860s to take this picture. And I grew a longer beard and I had all this period clothes on. So I got in and
Yeah.
he signed my SAG application. Ron did. So
Did you
there
ever want to be an actor?
Don't you think? I mean,
You should have been.
from 8 years old.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Mugging it up all the
Yeah.
time.
Why? Well,
please.
you could have gone that way.
Still can.
Yeah, maybe
I
now it's
still-
time. I don't see why not.
My SAG card and dues are up
Yeah,
to
you
date.
might as well. That would be great, don't you think?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I'm thinking I've-
just
I've
so
been-
you know, he's up for hire for any acting jobs coming available. You just let us know. We're going to give you his website after the show. That'd be really good. Now, so Francis, he kind of is a fun director, right? He likes to have fun, from what I've heard. And then he started his own wine, right? Do you like
good
his
Lord.
wine?
Yeah. Well, no, he's got a whole, complete.
He's got
Village of
he's
wine
a
and
wine
food
guy,
and everything,
and
really.
you also have a wine cellar in your home.
Oh, good Lord.
Right?
Yes.
Do you
Well,
have
that's
a lot of wine in there?
Well, that's an intimate, personal thing, but
Because you showed me a picture with Woody Harrelson there, right?
well, that was during the course of a dinner, of a reception.
But you
and-
guys weren't drinking wine. There was
No,
other-
we were upstairs,
Okay.
and he just said, "I have a feeling," and it was Vincent and I. Kathy was actually in L.A. at the time,
Uh-oh.
and so
She was having fun in L.A.
yeah,
with
she
her
was-
girlfriends.
No, with our daughter. So,
Oh.
but he just said, "I bet you have like some better wines."
Yeah.
And I looked at Vincent and we exchanged looks, and I said, "Should I take him down to Inner Sanctum?" And Vincent said, "Yeah." So we brought him down, and that was a personal moment, but
Yeah.
it was hilarious. And I gave him a bottle of Coppola wine, and I
Yeah.
told him, I said, "This is not something I want you to have in the car on the way back
Yeah.
while your driver is driving." But I said, you don't just open this and throw it around.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah.
So and I think I've done 3 or 4 movies with him.
He seems like a fun guy.
And there's also a part of television work, and that was when you said like what's the more recent. Even though I finished Megalopolis, there's a whole nother part of the full background of work that's television, episodic, movie of the weeks, etc. From the very beginning, the first union job was something called a mini series. No one even
Yeah.
remembers that. I was working for
the
KNBC.
Thornbirds.
Huh?
I think the first one I
Oh,
can remember
sure.
is Roots and the Thornbirds.
Yep.
Right?
Right. This one was Long Hot Summer
Okay.
with Ava Gardner,
I love Ava Gardner.
Jason Robards, and Sybil Shepherd, and Don Johnson.
Okay, I don't know this movie.
It's
Or it's a
there's
miniseries.
It's 3 nights.
So it must have been when it
it's
was-
called Long Hot Summer. It
So
was a
she was
remake.
older.
Who?
Ava Gardner was
Oh,
older.
good Lord,
yeah.
And so then I met Robards. Subsequently, I did 2 movies in North Carolina with Robards, one with Tom Holtz and Jason, and that one was directly before I worked on Parenthood. And so then here it is, I'm meeting Ron Howard, and the cast come in, and Jason Robards comes in and walks straight across and greets me. And Ron Howard goes, "You know him?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I've worked with him like 3 times before." And he was just like, "Wow." And then Ron's father, Rance Howard, was in that same miniseries with Jason Robards. And I had taken headshots of Rance and got to know him. And so he too walked on the set in Parenthood, came straight up to me, greeted me, and then Ron turns again, and, like during the course of filming, he goes, "You know him?" And I said, "I worked with him before I met you." And so it
That's
was
good.
nice.
See,
But
people remember you because you're so. There's something that you could. Well, Vincent's special because you're so nice, and people respect you.
Thank you.
Because not a lot of people get that respect. A lot of people probably would get ignored.
Thank you. Yes, you're right.
It's the Paris Chong Show.